Welcome back to Halo Half-Life.
Yes, this is clearly Halo, dude.
I mean, there's some parallels between them, I think.
Yeah.
Starting
yeah,
in this episode, D-Pad will no longer be joining us for this playthrough.
Well, actually,
was
last
suffering
episode, honestly.
Well, I'm going to get to that. He is suffering from a little bit of motion sickness. From from my gameplay, at least I think so. It's either that or how kind of fast this is, because he doesn't get motion sickness from stuff like Borderlands. So
maybe
I'm not sure. Oh,
maybe
yes,
it's the somewhat muddy graphics.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
Either way, we're sorry for not really addressing that. Yes, like last episode, since between last episode and this, we had no idea that him having motion sickness due to this game was really the case of him
It was
him dipping out
I was
of it.
just gonna say.
My bad. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
And now that was me celebrating because, oh my god, we're finally reaching the surface.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
I hope there's some green grass.
We're in New Mexico.
Oh.
I hope there's some Mexican grass.
No, it's New Mexican. It's New Mexican grass.
And the fun police are here.
Lovely.
Lovely.
The fun police are taking over.
But man,
Isn't that just regular?
Whose idea was it to call it New Mexico? Who was the designer of it? Nintendo?
I forget. Not
Uh.
Nintendo.
Well, that's Nintendo's
That
thing.
was me not paying.
They had the 3DS, and then they had the new 3DS. Or maybe it's Apple. They got the second generation iPad.
None of that
and then
was
they brought out the new iPad.
Yes. Yeah.
When New Mexico was named.
Yeah. So there's Super Mario Brothers, and then there's New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, remember New Super Mario Brothers from 2005?
Original? From 2006.
Wait, was it 2006 or was it 2005?
06.
Okay, so 6.
05 is Mario Kart DS.
Ah, wait, the Mario Kart DS came before New Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah. So I know. I'm surprised too.
Wow.
Or I was surprised too when I first found out that, Mario Kart came before New Mario Bros.
I mean, I do find it remarkable how long, how long the new Super Mario Brothers games had a shelf life then, because I got my DS in late 2008 for my 9th birthday, and yeah, New Super Mario Brothers was one of those games we could actually find in a store to pick up. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then again,
Yeah.
it's the same with Mario Kart DS.
When I was 9, I wasn't allowed the DS. And my parents, mostly my mom, was way too worried about me slacking off at school. Which I feel like is kind of in retrospect, is kind of a scapegoat for just not wanting to pay like hundreds of dollars for a handheld that she thinks I'm not going to use.
I mean, you can never really tell with some parents, but I do feel like some arguments are thrown around really, really easily. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on one of Ben's streams before. I don't think I mentioned it on the channel, but when I was 7, and this is around the time my parents got their divorce, so
I got lost.
they had to make it clear
This
that
part is actually
rules were...
really obnoxious.
Yeah, this looks kind of obnoxious to navigate through, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't like when they do vent puzzles.
Mm.
But yeah, no, when I was 7, basically, and my parents got divorced, my mother found it necessary to, like, make it clear that rules are different there than with our dad. So I was only allowed 15 minutes of computer per day, and I was assuming I was on good behavior. And this really okay. I wouldn't say it's a super
15
cool
minutes?
because I was 7, right? 15 minutes to a 7-year-old.
okay.
That's fine. You can tell a 7-year-old to play with his other toys. But it kept going until I was 12, 13 even. Come to think of it, and
Okay.
you're not going. It's gonna be kind of harder to tell a 13-year-old to play with his toys when most of the toys are from when he was 7. There are some things you just grow out of. Furthermore, my mother had the habit of moving constantly, not just to a different house, a different village. And the school was always near my father, never near my mother. So, yeah, a lot of the times when I was there, I was bored stiff, and the only thing there I could get some amount of joy out of, I couldn't have, basically.
So you were kind of just stuck in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm believing there's a lot of things about my childhood that I try not to talk about because it is kind of it is
It
kind
is
of
a
lame,
little
and point
and
is
sensitive.
Point is, well, look, I can be as open as I want about my childhood, and I'm pretty sure that at several points I have been. But my mother, she would
Right.
always point to game addiction as a reason to keep it so brief. And every time when I would ask for more time, she would say that it's because I'm getting addicted to it. And I don't think you can get addicted from something you can only do 50 minutes a day. Or
Yeah,
maybe
that's not-
gambling, but that's a different story.
Yeah, that's gambling. This is and gambling video games, but not other video games.
Yeah,
Like-
there's a big difference between gambling and gaming. 2 letters even. Which is 2 sevenths. Pretty big. Wait, no, 2/8. So 1/4.
Yeah, 1/4, not. If it was 1/7, damn, that's tiny.
And
Now,
say hello
my-
to a friend we'll be having for a good 10% of the game very soon. The tram.
Is this really a tram? This looks
Yes.
more like a minecart that you
It's
control.
a tram. It's a tram.
Oh, a tram that rides on the side of the wall, apparently.
Yeah,
Well,
it's, it's an electrified
so
tram.
it's like one of so it's like one of things they
Monorails.
use in dog races to lure them.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't even know what that's called.
And say hello to radioactive goo. Step in it, you will drain your health right down.
Oh, you're not
And if
gonna
not,
turn into a Ninja Turtle if you do that?
No.
Oh,
Damn.
This is real. This is real toxic radioactive material.
No, this
It's
is
not
a video
It's
game.
not ooze.
The eating
It's not
one.
ooze.
The one that
It
eats
is.
your skin.
This is the
is
realistic
a
goo in a
video
very. It's a realistic goo in a video game.
Yeah. The
Realistic
kind that will-
radiation
that will
in a
eat
video
your skin.
game. Oh, acid.
Yep. Which that is what radioactive material would do. It would kill
Yeah.
you.
This ain't no ooze.
Okay, so what's the big deal then? Just pop a rat away and you'll be fine.
We don't have rataways.
We don't have rodent.
Damn.
We just have an HEV suit, which doesn't protect us from it.
An AK-47.
Is that?
I don't even think that's-
AK-47?
No. It's
No.
more like an assault rifle, really.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think the game just generically calls it assault rifle.
Or rifle.
Or machine gun.
Well,
Yeah.
when I think rifle, I don't think machine guns. When I think rifle, I think those not snipers, but the ones where you can only make one shot at a time, and it takes really long for it to reload. That's what
A
I
50
think when I
cal?
hear rifle.
A 50 cal?
Well, isn't the 50 cal just a sniper?
Well, a 50 cal is a sniper rifle, yeah. I think.
What even is this elevator for?
Well, it's for you to
up.
get. Yeah, it's for lifting you up after you've
No.
navigated all the platforms in the sewer.
Yeah, it's like, who would use this? What
Gordon
is this
Freeman.
even used for?
Well, it's pretty obvious. Black Mesa scientists
For what purpose?
to navigate
Well-
around the Black Mesa.
Well, for the recreational radiation dive, of course. That's company ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a benefit, honestly.
Yeah. This is when
Yeah.
you also start realizing that a lot of stuff here in Black Mesa doesn't make sense.
No, it's more like make it make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense.
So, are you able to pick your crowbar and, like, yeet him off the ledge?
No, there's no physics in
No.
this game.
Ah.
There's only one thing I can comment when it comes to like the design of Black Mesa. It just works.
Settle down, Todd Howard. You know, I do find it
just
funny
works.
that you mentioned it, because the other day I actually bought the PS3 version of Skyrim.
It just
So
works.
broken.
Yeah. That's the one that Todd Howard said it just worked. If I recall correctly.
I mean, to be fair to Todd Howard, it is the PS3.
Yeah. Well,
Is-
around 2011, that was the time when people did actually understood the PS3. However, I think the reason why Skyrim and
Hey, Barney.
Fallout 3 New Vegas were so janky on the PS3 is because of the memory nature of the PS3. Like, basically both the PS3 and the Xbox 360 had 512 megabytes of RAM. However, with the
Oh, yeah,
PS3, it was 256 was dedicated video memory, and 256 was dedicated system memory. And with the Xbox 360, it was just yeah, we've got 512 megabytes. Go nuts! If you need more video memory, take it. If you need more system memory, take it.
I was confused as to why I'm moving really fast. Yeah, this thing can easily kill you.
Well, yeah, they're gigantic fucking tentacles.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're
no,
not even
no, they're
not even
claws.
tentacles. They're
They're
claws.
claws.
Yeah.
I also will spoil this. We will never see what has those as claws. We will never, because what it's blocking, that's where we need to go.
Maybe in Half-Life 3.
No, because we don't see these monsters. The only monsters that return in Half-Life 2 are the Vortignauts, which they turned civilized. Like the Vortignauts are capable of speech. And we only start learning that in Half-Life 2. And the headcrabs.
And the barnacles. Especially the barnacles.
Yeah.
Holy shit, those things are terrifying in Half-Life 2.
Yeah, but
compared to Half-Life 1.
None of the boss monsters we will be seeing in this game return.
Hmm.
And yes, I can classify some of these monsters as boss monsters. Like this thing is a boss monster, in a way.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
You don't really fight it. You just more so avoid it, but still.
Well, you still kill it. It's more of a puzzle type thing.
It's a puzzle boss.
Yeah, and that's kind of what that's kind of what Half-Life is, way more than a first-person shooter. It's more puzzly platforming.
It's a first-person puzzle platformer with guns.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this... It wasn't around this time... weren't platforms still like the dominant genre in video games?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. This was when Crash Bandicoot 3 was released.
Yep.
Man, can you imagine if Crash Bandicoot had a gun?
I mean, he has a bazooka.
A
I mean, he has a bazooka, so...
Bazooka
is a gun.
Bazooka is a gun.
Bazooka's a big gun.
You know, I could go arguing about that, but then I realized that I make pretty much the exact same argument in GTA San Andreas when I assassinated that guy.
Exactly.
Exactly, so... Have fun getting up those stairs. Or ladders. Or
Oh.
ladder.
Are you able to, like... Are you able to, like, shoot the control panel?
No, you need to turn it on. You need to turn. That was just because I felt a bit too much. It's like, no, I'm not taking damage. I've died. I'm not taking damage.
The feeling that Valve could have made it so that you can shoot the control panel to make it turn on, but they just decided against it, thinking that it would be a lot harder.
Yeah,
And they're right. And they're right.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There are not a lot of games that I know about that actually allow you to achieve your goal by shooting on it. I know that in Prey 2017, there is a quote-unquote weapon that is more of a tool. It's essentially a Nerf gun.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, now I remember.
And there is one room in particular that I think you're not able to get in. But if you angle yourself just right, you can shoot through an open window. You can shoot the button of the inside of that room, which will allow the door to open. And I think that's actually pretty cool. Because a lot of people dismiss.
I think I might have done that when I streamed Prey. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people dismiss that, weapon, but it's not a weapon, it's a tool.
I mean, I dismissed the weapon too. It's more of a distractionary type thing.
And if you shoot it at those, like, nest kind of aliens,
You set 'em up. You set 'em
it
up,
destroys
yeah.
the nest.
Yeah, that's
So-
also what I use those for.
So it's also really great in that section where you're at the long anti-gravity tunnel.
Need to play Prey.
Prey's a
Yes,
really
you
good
should.
time. Prey's a really good time. I don't like the ending, but it's still a good game.
Are we talking the original or the remake?
2017.
So the remake.
Yeah, but when I talk about Prey, just assume I'm talking about Prey 2017. I
That's a
think
good question.
I think I have the original on the Xbox 360, but I haven't booted it up yet.
All right, I was gonna like ask this question, but then you answered it for me. Is 2017 like a reboot or a remake of it, of the original game?
It shouldn't have been called Prey. That's all I'm going to say about it. Not just because the part is over, but no, it's because the part is over.
Wow.
The part's not over unless we say it's over.
Yeah.